one question I feel like is on everyone's mind. When is the best time to go to Disneyland?
Well, check out our ears.
I know, right? So, obviously, Jen, we've noticed a lot of changes in the travel industry. I mean, when we think back to just 3 years ago and how none of us were traveling, right, at all. And then, but thankfully, we're all traveling again. We love that.
Absolutely. We love that especially.
Yes, of course. But how is this looking different this year for you? Like over the past year, how has the travel industry changed from your perspective?
Okay, so last year was like revenge travel. Everyone hadn't been for a long time. And theme parks in particular, we specialize in Disney theme parks. They'd been closed for a long time. So a lot of people wanted to get back to the parks. And we saw that just in groves, people going. And this year, cruising has been like the revenge of cruises because those came back this year. And it's felt like, everyone that has wanted to cruise or had credits from, displaced cruises, they've really been going this year. So those are kind of the two we've seen. Some wins, though, from COVID is we still see a lot of flexibility, especially with airlines. And that's, I would say, a huge win. It used to be before COVID that you'd book an airplane ticket and you didn't have a lot of options.
Right.
Now, most all of them, especially Delta, which is our main hub here, they work with you and they have a lot of flexibility and you're never usually out the price of that ticket. So that's one thing. Flexibility is still big because I do think people still want to have, some options and just know that they have that peace of mind of, if I need to make a change, we're okay.
Yeah. I love that. That's awesome. We love the flexibility.
Yes.
Let us get a refund, right? If for some reason it doesn't work out. Now, Getaway Today, you're celebrating 33 years of being in business, which is a feat in and of itself, let alone, a travel agency through all of the different things. What are, in your mind, the advantages? Because I can go online and book my own travel, right? Why would I want to book through Getaway Today? Like, what does that offer me?
Thank you.
Yeah.
So first up, yes, 33 years. And we were like, we made it through COVID because it had been our 30th anniversary right before that. We'd had this huge celebration at Disney. We've been hosted by them, like this big, again, huge event, huge milestone. And then like the world stopped.
Yes.
So we're so happy to be here. But, a lot of people, when they book travel on their own, they're not realizing they actually are booking through a travel company. We consider ourselves more of a travel marketing company that takes the best of like a travel agency, that expert knowledge, but also has great technology like the Expedias and those at a glance companies. So with us, if you do book it on your own, you totally can do that, but you lose that personal touch. With us, you don't pay anymore. You actually save money and you have someone that helps you every step of the way. There's a lot more to know about travel since COVID. A lot of rules change. A lot of, reservations might be needed, or there might be different rules and restrictions you need to be aware of. And it's like our team helps you with all those reminders. Also, we found since COVID, people are busy. They're still getting back on their feet. So it's nice for them not to have to stress about every single detail. People want to make those memories, but they want to do it right. And especially a lot of moms plan the trips. We want to help them be the winner for their family, that they get there, they don't have all the stress. They know all the little, T's are crossed, the I's are dotted so that they can have that great vacation. But we also, we only specialize in certain items. We don't sell everything. We sell the things we're good at, and we sell the things that we're able to have the best tools to make sure the guest has the best experience. Customer service is everything to us. And I think COVID proved that for everybody.
Yeah.
If a theme park is going to close, we want to be able to have the ability to refund those tickets, to help the guests, to make sure they get their money back. Like, we only work with partners that are top notch, and we hope our guests know that they can always get that top notch service from our team. And I should say too, our team loves what they do. We take them to the destinations, we play there, we go and see all the hotels. We do all the things to make sure that they can pass along that best information, and they go there all the time. So again, they're up to date, and that they have that excitement and just that extra energy and extra tips that will make your vacation that much better.
I love that. Well, and I love too, you guys are so awesome. You say you're a marketing company. On social media, I can go and figure out, right? Hey, these are the tips that Getaway Today recommends for X, Y, and Z. And it's all there. It's so awesome.
We sure try to. We love to make sure, again, that the guest, they don't always get to go on a vacation. So we want to keep that Disney magic around even when they're not there. We have a fun following on our Facebook Lives and through our social that is just excited about all things travel and all things Disney.
Yes.
And we love to keep them up to date on everything.
Yeah. Well, and speaking of Disney, obviously, anyone that knows Getaway Today knows that you're the Disney experts, right? All the Disney things. And, we've had you on our podcast before, years ago, way before I think COVID even came around. But one question I feel like is on everyone's mind. When is the best time to go to Disneyland.
Well, check out our ears.
I know, right?
So it's hilarious. But Halloween time, like we're known even with Disney that like Getaway Today is Halloween time. Like we have so many guests that every year go September, October. Because that's one funny thing. Like Halloween time at Disney, they know how to celebrate. Like they start at Labor Day weekend, which may seem crazy to some people. Like it's not even October yet. But it's such a popular celebration. There's a lot of time to experience it. So for sure, that's our most popular season. People love that it's a little cooler. There's fall breaks, which is nice for kids. They have some time off of school. And it's one of those holidays that people really look forward to.
Okay. Well, and why is it so special with Disney at Halloween time? Like, what is it that I'm getting there? Obviously, cool ears, cool treats, but what else?
So the whole park transforms, and it's kind of like this haunted but family-friendly fun for Halloween, which is so great. So even when you're first there, like at California Adventure, you're greeted by Oogie Boogie. He's right above the gate. He's welcoming you to the park. If you're at Disney, you've got the nice jack-o'-lanterns of Mickey and Minnie and all the characters carved out. Then you go onto Main Street and you've got the big giant pumpkin that greets you, that they call him Winky now because he's Winky. Like, great name. But you've got so the decor, if you like Halloween decor, is just over the top. Yeah. And especially in California. Like Walt Disney World does some at Magic Kingdom, but California is like the hub for the Halloween celebration.
Okay.
So both parks totally decked out. Like you said, the food, there's like all new fall menu, all new treats. There's also ride overlays. So like Cars Land turns into Radiator Screams. And each of the attractions has like a fun theme with Halloween music, Halloween change up. Also, they've got Haunted Mansion changes into the Nightmare Before Christmas.
Okay.
They've got just fun things. They've got extra fireworks show. The fireworks is the Halloween Screams. So you get to, again, have that extra entertainment. You can also buy, some extra tickets if you want to do Oogie Boogie Bash and do some trick-or-treating in the park. But the cool thing in California, you don't even have to buy that ticket to feel like you got your money's worth for Halloween. And the cool thing is it's like you can go anytime to the Disneyland Resort. Yeah. When you go during Halloween, you also just get all that extra stuff. You know what I mean? Like it's not any extra to go during Halloween, but you do feel you get like this enhanced experience.
Yes. So tell me more about this trick-or-treating, because I feel like I've had friends or people that I know go during this time and they're like, I will never go any other time of the year except for during this trick-or-treating event. What is this?
Yes, so it's called the Oogie Boogie Bash, which is adorable right there. But they've added more dates this year because it is very, very popular. So it's on Tuesday, Thursdays, and Sundays through September and October. And it's your chance to dress up, go trick-or-treating, even us adults. Like you get to just have that added entertainment. It's at Disney California Adventure Park. Okay. It is a private ticketed event, so they do close the park to the general public and you get to have that kind of exclusive experience.
Yeah, that's cool.
It's pretty cool. They have extra entertainment. They've got a Villains, like a grove where you can go and see like this cool haunted area. You trick or treat around the Villains. Cruella's always my favorite, especially since the new show came out. Sophie and I, we like trick or treated there like 12 times because she was so cool. And you get to you get great treats. You get tons of treats. If you want a whole like huge bag full, you can get that. But it's a really, really fun, especially like because Halloween's already so magical. But that does sometimes sell out, and so our guests will be like, well, should I not go during Halloween time? And I'm like, if you were at another park like Walt Disney World, you have to have the ticketed event to feel like you did Halloween. But at Disneyland, the parks in general are just so festive that regardless, you're going to have the best experience. So I'd say maybe like 10% of our guests do Oogie Boogie Bash. Most of them just go during Halloween time.
That's so fun. And then are rides still open during this bash?
That's pretty cool.
You can still go ride rides?
Yes. So Sophie and I did it last year, and she's like, are we going to ride all the rides? I'm like, no, we're going to do all the entertainment. I'm like, no, we really should ride all the rides because there's not a lot of people there. So you get to get that, just a fun experience of more running on rides. One other ride too I didn't mention, Guardians of the Galaxy, which is so fun. They do a Halloween overlay where it turns into Monsters After Dark when it's evening. And so you get to ride the attraction and then it continues at night. So you get like a different storyline.
Oh my goodness.
Which is that kind of fun to have a ride, get to have to be continued, and then you get to go ride it again and have that experience. So a lot of cool extras during Halloween. Again, I think we're there close to LA here in Disneyland. They just have to be on their A game and just always have to perform and make sure it's just perfect because they have such discerning guests. So we really benefit from that.
Yeah, that's so cool. I love that. Well, and it makes sense why it's so popular.
Yes, it's awesome.
It's a whole different experience.
For sure.
I love that. So if I'm wanting to go during Halloween, and let's say I want that coveted Oogie Boogie Bash ticket, when should I be booking for Halloween? I mean, here we are. It's not even close to Halloween time yet. Is now the time to do it?
Yes. Yep. It's time right now. So you can even start booking for next year's Halloween packages now. And Oogie Boogie Bash, they typically go on sale the end of June. And so
Okay.
you're able to reserve those tickets, and it is a first come, first serve. And sometimes they sell out super quick. Sometimes they have about a month. It just kind of depends. But Halloween in general is always, we recommend guests even booking that year in advance using our payment plan where they can just do $200 down and make payments towards their vacation. And it allows them to get their first choice of hotel. Because we always know Halloween time will sell first. It's exciting. And so it's nice that guests, they don't even have to really wait till they get Oogie Boogie Bash tickets to book. It's better just to reserve that Halloween time and know that you've got your place secured.
Okay, awesome. So good to know. So good to know. Well, and also going on, maybe before we even get into all the Halloween stuff, there's other cool things going on at Disneyland right now, right? Because it's the 100-year anniversary.
Yes. So this year was pretty special because first off, most of this stuff usually kicks off in the summer. But this year we've just got like this amazing surprise that everything started in January. And this new huge Disney 100 Years of Entertainment decided to debut and also like have the headquarters be at Disneyland. So it was like the center of the celebration, which was so fun. So we've had Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, brand new attraction. It's awesome. Like it's that same trackless technology as Guardians of the Rise of the Resistance.
Yes.
Really, really fun attraction. So that has been so popular. And with that, they reinvented Toontown. So Toontown, like it's kind of a park you just maybe didn't go to when you went to the park. Like you just kind of skipped Toontown, especially if you had older kids.
Yes.
Now it's adorable. Like they've added like common areas, grass areas. You can have like a little picnic. They sell picnic stuff. They've got just enhanced everything. It's adorable. So that's been really fun. And then tons of entertainment. So they've got, so this is, I got to make sure I explain this correctly because Wondrous Journey, some of the Disney 100 actually ends before Halloween time starts.
Okay.
And so Wondrous Journey, which is the really amazing firework display that goes through all of the animated shows that Disney's created. It's a showstopper. It's pretty amazing. That one ends end of August. And so it has to because you get the Halloween fireworks that are coming, which are so fun. But that's kind of a big deal for the 100. So we're kind of sad to see that leave. Also, Rogers the Musical. It's a new musical that's at the Adventures campus at Disney California Adventure Park. That's also only debuting for the summertime. So it's part of the 100 celebration, which I was like, oh, that's going to be so fun. I wish it was staying a little longer. Other fun things, they've got a new World of Color one that's just an amazing entertainment. And you get free ride photos. So when you're on the attractions, you can get your photos for free. That's a gift during the 100 celebration. And other, merchandise. There's tons of different food items for the 100. So it does feel very festive. Yeah. But I do think the decor, it's been so, like the summer will be all D100. But as you trickle into fall, you'll start seeing, of course, all the Halloween decorations instead. And so you can see how the celebration is kind of winding down. But, it's been a good one. Yeah. And it left us Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, which is such a fun gift that we'll have now forever.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, and transitioning into the most popular time of the year of Halloween time.
Yes,
so
absolutely.
Fun. So fun. So one thing, obviously, we've had a long partnership with Getaway Today as Mountain America Credit Union. And tell us, like, if you're a Mountain America member and you mention that when you book with Getaway Today, something cool happens, right?
Yes. So first off, you always get the best savings with Mountain America Credit Union. And second, you also get a donation going back to kids, which is so awesome that you guys support our community so well. We want to help you in those efforts. And so those two alone, you're knowing that you're getting the best price, and then you're also getting money going back to kids. And then of course that service, not only are we always going to take care of our guests, or especially going to take care of a Mountain America guest, because we value this relationship and have worked with you for so many years. So we love this partnership and are just so grateful for your business and your recommendation.
Yes. Well, and we feel the same about you, too. So thank you so much. And you guys go book those Oogie
Boogie Bash.
There you go. Thank you, Jen. Go get your Oogie Boogie Bash tickets. Go see Disneyland, Disney World, all the things at Halloween time. Thank you so much for all the tips and tricks. And follow along Getaway Today on social media, right?
Absolutely.
For even more tips.
Oh, and we'll be talking Halloween from here till Halloween because there truly is that much. There's that much to talk about. It's fun. Yeah. And I should mention all of the Southern California theme parks do something for Halloween. And if you're like a more spooky, like you want something like horrific, more like Hollywood, like the Hollywood Horror Nights at Universal are crazy fun. And we've got those. We've also got Knott's. They do a really big Halloween thing. SeaWorld even has Halloween parties. Legoland has, the cute little family-friendly celebrations. So in general, for fall travel, wherever you're looking at going in Southern California, we've got a package for you.
I love that. Well, thank you so much for coming on, Jen. And thanks to all of you for joining us as well. Go book those fall vacations with Getaway Today, and we'll see you on the next episode of Guiding You Forward.